We are back at Olympia Fields for round 3 of True Sim. We are sitting 2 strokes off the lead. That's not too shabby. I know we've got a lot of work cut out for us knowing that there have been some decent rounds shot in round 3. High winds out of the south, firm, soft, and fast. So things aren't gonna bounce as much. They should release still a bit, but that soft bounce should hopefully make things good for us. Now, so long as we can manage our ball striking the way that we did for rounds 1 and 2, we'll be in great position. But that was some phenomenal ball striking for rounds 1 and 2. So we have a very high bar that we are chasing with that statement. Hopefully we can find something even remotely close. Now we've got a front pin here. Wind's gonna play a bunch. We can get a nice swing on the driver. Just ended up with a little bit of a push. We may luck out in the fact that we were never going to get to the green with that. So we only make it out to the light rough. 29 yards to the flag. I think that means we should probably, well, the hard part with the chip is, I think lob wedge would get us right to the front. We need it to release, and it's uphill. Soft greens are what I'm concerned about. Alright, I think we're gonna play sandwich chip. Let's get the camera back on here. I forgot to turn that on. Putting an approach cam, quintessential true simming. Up, little bit right to left. So I think if we take sandwich, full, presumably this is going to be a fast. That just tends to be how these chips go. Gonna play it out to the right. I need you to release. Alright, well, it's this close to a chip-in eagle to start our round, which would have been a phenomenal way to go about it, considering the length of that hole, but we will gladly take that. Let's try and get a birdie train going. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Those swings all day long. Those swings absolutely all day long. All right, now 8 iron. This kind of wind. Ball's a little below the feet. Everything's kind of feeding that way. I'm gonna play it actually kind of stock, just a little backspin. I hit that short and fast, and apparently that fast is just gonna take it right into the wind. Alright. Shooting myself in the foot. Shooting myself in the foot with that. Been hitting it a little bit fast just in warm-ups today, so that seems to be where the swing is. Gotta make sure that we can settle ourselves down. Okay, not too shabby. Little bit right to left. Swing it home. Alright. Nice and easy. Don't need to hurt ourselves. Nice. Just nice and smooth. If we can keep the swing nice and smooth, that's gonna be the trick. I rushed the last one, ended up hitting it under and with the fast. So I mean that's just all signs pointing towards, you know, a forced and aggressive swing. Now I don't think we're gonna lose 15 yards on something like this. Gonna need a little bit more loft. All right, nice and easy. There it is. That felt good. Looks to be on a good line. A little long. Oh, but there's a backstop. Settle. Oh, look at that. Look at that little pitch and roll. You don't like that people weren't appreciative of your joke, Lucas? Sorry. I'll make sure to pull the blanks when I shoot myself in the foot next time. Wind at the back, and then like it's uphill, so I think we can take this and just try and run it down close to the green, give ourselves like a flop shot in. That being said, like the flop shot has not been our best shot of late, so one could argue that it's not the smartest choice, although we're looking at a pitch instead of a flop, so that might just save us. All right, I think we're gonna go straight at it. Right to left at our feet, wind to the right, and it looks like the green kind of rolls right to left a little bit as well. So if we can take some distance back, great strike. Kick left. Oh, see, there's the little bit of right to left roll at the end. Oh, he's got a sit down comedian. Dang. Dang. Not only is it a rough crowd, but the crowd banters back. Yeah, I guess the moral is don't quit your day job. I guess the moral is don't quit your day job. Alright, so it's 105 to the back of the green. Got 3 yards to the edge, so there's not a lot of room to work with here, particularly. I think a little bit of loft. That might have been too much, and the bite might be there too. Okay, not bad. Not bad, though way overplayed the wind. Given way too much respect to a diagonal headwind. So this way I see right to left. This way I'm kind of seeing left to right. So which is it? So which is it? I don't think it's straight. I think it feeds right to left. I'm getting that feel from other angles. That if anything there's gonna be the right to left on it. I pushed it. I pushed it, but I after all of that, I think it's right to left. I'm pretty sure that played as straight could be. So I aimed it out to the right, and then I missed it with the swing to the right. Finally got your hands on Madden 24, so much better than 23 on PC at least, since they gave you the crappy PS4 Expo version of 23. I have 23 because it came with, like, I guess the EA golf game. They were bundling it on, like, the pre-order stuff. So I ended up with it there. But I never played it. I haven't played Madden probably since Madden, like, I want to say Madden 12. The reason I'm looking off to the side is I have a bookshelf with all of my old, like, console games on it. Yeah. Felt slow. You want NCAA to come back? NCAA comes back next year, right? I don't know if there's anything official date-wise yet. You still think it gets delayed again? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they keep talking about it. They keep sounding like it, but they delayed EA Golf. I think I overhit that too much. Okay, what I want to know is just, like, how can the game say that that's a light gray miss and you hit it 10 feet past the hole? That's all I want to know. I don't ask for much information, but I do ask for that much. Alright, well, yeah, we're bound to three putt for bogey when we're that far away, and yeah, you overhit it by a mile. But yeah, that's one that I don't quite know. I heard though with the new Madden game, like, I guess they brought Superstar mode back or something. I guess that's been gone for a while. Supposedly the franchise stuff is pretty good. I do remember playing the, like, Superstar mode stuff a little bit on, like, Madden 08 maybe. That's gonna go too far. There we go. Field sense technology was finally implemented, gives more accurate passing, better movement, and some other stuff. I think I would think I would enjoy NCAA more than Madden, just because, like, I feel like I follow college football a little bit closer. But I mean, I still, like, I watch the Eagles and stuff is probably as much as I watch Penn State, but I think I would probably be terrible at Madden. I think that's my consensus, is that I would actually just be awful at it. So I'm like it's the same way that I used to be good at FIFA and then tried playing FIFA like 5 years later and was terrible at it. I'm like almost just okay with keeping my childhood nostalgia for Madden at what it is. There's also like a part of me that wonders, like, should I try and, like, it feels like the way to go these days is, the way to go these days is, like, sports variety. But I feel like I know not enough about anything. You have a new monitor, legit? Nice, man. 27 inches? It's a solid monitor size, I would say. I've got two 24 inches, which I like because the distance I sit from it, and I could fit 27-inch monitors, but I think the 24s are a pretty good size. I think my one semi-regret is not getting 4K monitors, but I haven't really been doing enough gaming other than streaming for that to matter. Like, it's a funny thing of, like, I'll play on really high settings whenever I can, but I just don't do it enough. So, like, having the real smooth 1080 is still pretty good. Deal with them to hold it there for new consoles. Yeah, see, I don't get, for a lot of the things where they're like, it's a next-gen only feature, but they're still supporting old-gen, like, there's definitely some lies going on as far as, like, some of the technical stuff. You know, as to, like, the whys or why nots. Yeah, they want your money, but they can't implement certain features sometimes, but other times they can. Like, I don't fully know, man. What can we do with this 9-footer? No, we're not playing a par 3 course. We're playing the True Sim course. Olympia Fields again. So the same one that we were playing on Tuesday for rounds 1 and 2. Wow, okay. No, I don't want to watch a replay of the missed putt. I don't want to watch a replay of the missed putt. It just, like, it just seemed to jump out there to the side, and the rest is history. That's unfortunate. I really thought we could have gotten the bird there. I really thought we could have had a bird. I mean, I could have hit it straight. I guess the swing plane maybe is what took it. But I don't think the swing plane in and of itself was enough for something like that. You haven't played 2K in a hot minute? Too scared you're gonna break the new monitor? Wow. Even with D-Loft, that thing came up so short. Oh jeez. Alright. Well, now we gotta save. Pretty good distance control. Just don't like having to, you know, you wanna be scoring. I don't wanna be saving par over and over, you know? A lot of wind. Seems like a 3-wood with draw to find the fairway up here, I think is probably the way to go. Okay, so that's gonna be good. Can't underestimate the wind here. I think that's what ends up happening, is I'm just like, ah, well, it's a diagonal wind and whatever. Can't underestimate it. A little slow. Yeah, see, there's like we go long on it because I'm a little bit too paranoid about how the wind was on that last one. I mean, still gotta have some trust in myself. Now, we've got the downhill putt. Is it straight downhill? So I feel like there's a right to left break on this. And with it being downhill so much, it's gonna play more, right? So oh, come on, man. Ugh. I feel like we made such a good read on it. Now we've hit the turn and just gone completely flat. Went bogey birdie and then things just are not quite going. All right, hybrid with the fade. Let's get the scoring going again. These par 70 tracks are always so tough because you deal with a lot of par 3s and 4s. They only give you like 2 par 5s, and the par 5s have not been just like guaranteed birdie holes by any stretch. Let's get this lob wedge going. A little push fast, but that might counteract softs. Still felt like that bounce was a little bit firm. But we get 5 feet. There we go. I'm trying to be a little bit aggressive with it, because we're kind of in that position where we can't really just afford to par everything, right? So kind of have to try and make things happen a little bit. Not too shabby. Had it roll a little bit just to try and give ourselves, you know, any sort of opportunity to roll it up to the hole. I'm getting mixed signals from this. Right to left, left to right. Which none of that ever bodes well. I gotta hit it straight. I don't love it. I have to, though. when it looks like it breaks both directions, a lot of times it's straighter. True Sim is literally just the PGA Tour? In what do you mean by that exactly? Kind of. So they try to follow the PGA Tour schedule. It's not always. So basically, TGC Tours as a whole, when they have courses in their database that they've scouted and approved as far as quality of design. If there is a real course recreation of the course on tour, they'll play it. If there's not, then a lot of times they'll try and find something of similar style or even the same designer. You know, and then we'll play that. But yeah, all of the TGC Tour stuff is 4 rounds, whoever wins. Because there's no true playoff system, because it's just a 4-round leaderboard, they have a count-back system, so, you know, if 2 people tie, whoever had the better round 4 wins it. If they're tied on round 4, back to round 3, and then if they have the exact same round scores, then you go to round 4, hole 18, and count back that way until somebody's the winner. Been massively overthinking it? What did you think it was? That's what I'm curious of. But yeah, so it's like that, and then they have, you know, they have a whole True Sim is a separate tour, so it just, everybody just plays in that, you know, and you have all of that score tracking. On the main tours, you can like move up and down through flights based on your performance. That push out to the right really got me in trouble. No, the website is really just a home base. The website is really just like a hosting of all of the information. Alright, we're gonna go out here and just like fairway find and set ourselves up, because I can't go for green. So we may as well just punch ourselves back out into the fairway and give ourselves something a little bit more straightforward. Back to back on the push slows. Or I guess maybe not as slow on the last one, but getting that swing playing out. Start playing the one that I play. What society do you play? So that information is on the website, but it's under TGC Tours True Sim is the society that we're currently playing. So I believe it, if you just look up TGC Tours, you should find a bunch of societies in the game. What is going on with this break? Because from here, I'm feeling like massive right to left, but then I look this way, and it's almost like it's below my feet. And then it looks like it swings left to right at the end of this. So I'm gonna go with it's straighter at the start, but a little left to right at the end. did have a little bit, kind of, I don't know, that was weird. It did end up going right to left and then not. 6th? I think so. Yeah, and then once I finished the round, I'll update on the website, and so the round 4s won't show until tomorrow. So like, round 1 shows up when they start the event, round 2 shows up on Tuesday, and then the cut line is processed Wednesday night, so round 3 posts on Thursday, round 4 Friday. If your round hasn't been played yet, it just won't show. Once it's been played, it'll show up. If the site is ready to show it. Yeah, so if you play all 4 rounds on one day, it'll show all 4 of your round scores next to your name, like at the top, at the tippy top of the page, for the tour. Like if you're on the tour that you're playing for, that's the only time your scores would show up to begin with. So yeah, if they're intended to show up, they'll show yours, and then it'll show on the page. Yeah, according to the day of the week, because that way, like if you miss the cut, then your scores won't for round 3 and 4 won't show. So there are technically 4, 5, 6 tours. Or let me rephrase that. There are 3 tours. There are the main tours, True Sim Tour, and 3-Click Tour. You can play on True Sim, and I think you can play actually on all of them. There used to be contingencies where you couldn't play on certain tours if you played on other ones. I think you can play on all of them. True Sim, there is 1 tour on the website. In the forums, they've been managing 4 tours. So they pull all the data on the website, and then in the forums, they've been flighting people, but I think some of that stuff's been on hold because I think that the guy that was doing it has been pretty busy. But yeah, all the stuff is organized on the website in one. That's the easiest way to look at it. And so for True Sim, the cut is just a deadline to get your rounds in, but there is no actual cut line. Jimmy G, thank you for the follow, Mr. Garoppolo. Yeah, so like basically the website just kind of houses it. They don't have the resources within the guys who like run the main website to flight True Sim, and there's normally not enough interest for them to want to manage it. So people within like the True Sim sub-community have taken it upon themselves to make a flighting system to give people that are way off, because like the top guys are like miles ahead of some of the other sections, so they wanted to make it so that, you know, there's something for people to play for, and thereby get more people to play True Sim. Because admittedly, it's really not all that fun to just play against the top guys all the time. Since it's the first day, what do you mean the first day? So the tournaments run Saturday night to Saturday night. So like start of event to end of event. That was slow. Can't be talking up into my swing. So like scores won't pull for the rest of this week because it's after Thursday unless you've already played. The new season starts at the beginning-ish time of October. But you're obviously more than welcome to play prior to then. Where's the break? There it is. Well, like, looking, and it's like, why does this feel like it's going so straight? There's no, yeah. So they try and mimic the PGA Tour, but they give us the whole week. So instead of it being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's why they post the round scores like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, just to try and space it out and kind of break the tournament down that way. But yeah, it runs week to week, so you can play it at any point during the week. But as far as if your rounds are actually to count on the site, first 2 rounds have to be in before pretty much Wednesday night, and then the last 2 rounds in before the end of the event on Saturday, which I think is like 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern, something in that ballpark. There's no way I can get this there, right? 123, and then like it's maybe 10 yards. It's 133, but it's a wedge. Sand wedge at that. Yeah, pretty much that. Pretty much that. I'm hoping that I'm not doing like too much shape here. Hope I've chosen the right amount. I like the way that was struck. Distance is decent. It'll be a little long though. Hey, what's going on, Jimmy? You just hopped in yourself trying to get your Challenger Circuit card? Yeah, the community is great, man. The community is fantastic. And it's a ton of fun to play. Yeah, like, get your practice in now. The rounds at the moment, I guess, are pretty much just for getting you qualified. And then, yeah, I would say keep working so that when the start of Season 10 comes, you can maybe make some big moves. Don't do it, wait. I am hitting this a little bit firmer, so maybe I don't have to worry quite as much about the low miss. All right, so that was a grind. We went on a bit of a par train in there. Had the bogey. We fought. 7 under is not terrible. I know, though, that there has been like a 12 under round shot by one of the leaders that's already played. So we're like 7 strokes back all of a sudden now going into round 4. Obviously, round 4, we're going to try our best. But, yeah, I mean, hats off to them. That's some insane playing out here.